Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. I hope you like dreaming. You live and learn and you learn to live as positive and negative. I can't sleep, but I dream big. A good evening. What's up, y'all? How you doing? It's Friday. Time for the weekend. Let's get a couple of you up in here and see what y'all got going on this weekend. Good morning. There y'all are. What's up? What is good? A good evening. Man, my week is all fucked up. Be all right, though. We just had that little trip we took and just got back into town yesterday, and now everything's all screwed up because technically my work schedule, normally on Thursday is when I go in and record my Mastering the Matrix. I'll go in and record that on Thursday, and then David uploads that on Tuesday. So we were gonna reschedule that for today, and he just texted me like maybe an hour ago wanting to go ahead and reschedule that because he was up all night filming and just ended up going home like an hour ago. Man, that motherfucker, boy, dude, I don't see how the hell he does it. That motherfucker will go into that studio and be filming and working and filming and working for like 14 fucking hours. I'm like, God damn, boy. Oh well, it's showing me the next level to move up to, you know? So it's always good. Like I say, I'm real picky about who I connect with. Real picky about it. So that's why if I'm going to connect with somebody, there's got to be some kind of equal exchange of value. I can add value to what you got. You can add value to what I got. Shit, we good. We good, Dan. You know? If there's no equal exchange, give and take of value, I'm good. I don't even do it. And you know, people get so upset when I say that. People shit their pants when I say that. And it's like, well, I don't understand what people get so upset about that for. Like, you should be very picky who you allow into your life. You should be. I think that, God damn, I could go on all day about, the list of problems that we have, but one of the huge issues that so many humans have is they got all these people in their life for no particular reason. There's a lot of people who go out there and they just make all the friends that they can for no particular reason. They're, I don't really add any value to your life. You don't really fucking add any value to my life. All we really do is distract each other. You distract me from my own head. I don't have to think about my problems when you're around. It's like, that's not a very smart reason to bring somebody into your life. The only people that you have in your life are people who just distract you from your own head. That's a big fucking problem. You need to get in there and start working on that shit, you know? That's just me. Anyway, though. So yeah, I trailed off. But yeah, today I just got a text an hour ago that we're rescheduling. I guess we're doing everything on Monday now. I guess I'm going to go in and film an episode of Mastering the Matrix, and we're going to do the Awakening Experience on the same day. Oh, well, the main reason why I was wanting to go in there today is because the next time me and David meet, we're going to be arranging the live event. We're gonna do the Awakening Experience live. And I asked him, he said he was cool with it. I say, let's do it once a month. Once a month. You know, he's got that area in there that's like a stage. You can fit 150 people in there. I say, shit, let's do it once a month. Buy tickets, come in, fucking sit in the audience and watch the filming of that show and hang out, get a tarot reading or something like that after, whatever, something like that, you know? So, yeah, we were gonna set that up today. So I guess that's being put off. We're gonna be discussing that on Monday as to when that's gonna be, but it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun stuff. I don't think we have anything planned for the weekend. I don't think so. We might. I mean, knowing me, I'm such an airhead. Like, it's totally typical to where she could have told me the plan last night and I don't even fucking remember. It's possible. But I'm like 98% sure we don't have any. Oh, she has a friend coming over tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So you know how Leah had that little, well, she still has that little business or whatever selling jewelry, crystal jewelry and shit. She inherited like when her grandma passed away, she got fucking crystal beads. Like, I don't know, her grandma was kind of like, I guess, like a hoarder, kind of. For I don't know how many decades, she's been collecting crystal, like beads and shit. Like, that are real crystals. I mean, every fucking crystal, stone, from amethyst, quartz, fuck, you name it. Her grandma has it as the beads that's meant for making jewelry. But they're all in these little containers and they're just stacked up. I mean, it must be $100,000 worth of fucking crystal beads that she doesn't know what to do with. And that's when it was my idea. I was like, start a little fucking business, man. And she did there for a little bit, and she's just really not passionate about it. She doesn't like doing it. She just doesn't enjoy it. So she's really slowed down a lot on it. But yeah, I think her and her friend are coming over tomorrow, and they're gonna sit and make bracelets and shit. So that's the only plan I know of this weekend. Me? I gotta get me some work done, I guess. Gotta get me some work done. This is the last week of the month. This is when, if you are a career YouTuber, you know that last week of the month is cram time. It's not a very responsible way to look at it. It's really not. But if you have just the slightest bit, of a procrastinating bone in your body, then you know what I'm talking about. Something I've been working on for years and years. I don't procrastinate nearly as bad as I used to. But when it comes to, again, you're probably only going to know what I'm talking about if you actually make a living on YouTube. But, there's David again. Okay. Yep, we're doing this Monday. Okay. All right, cool. What was I saying? Oh, if you make a living on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. Get kind of lazy throughout the month. You look at the numbers and you got the number right there where you kind of need it. And then the last like week and a half of the month, you get in there and cram and start putting a bunch of content out there to get your check where it needs to be. Yeah. Yep. So but for the past couple of days since we were out of town, I didn't do any work on my main channel at all. Like, none. I took tarot cards with me, but I ended up not doing anything. We went, for those of you who don't know, if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you probably saw me post a little bit, but we went to Louisville, Kentucky to take my daughter to stay with her mom for the summer. So their mom has actually really been getting it together. Not going to say too much, but long story short, back in 2020, I had to go pick my kids up because their mom was not in a very good place, like at all. And CPS was about to come take them away. So I went, grabbed the kids up, and she's been going through her thing, and now she has a new baby. She has a new baby. So my kids have a little brother over there in Kentucky, and she's been getting it together and doing good for like the last 6 months. She's honestly doing better than I've ever seen her do, ever. So me and Leah were like, let's let Amy go stay with her mom for the summer. Because Amy's a little mommy's girl. Even though she's my twin, you'd think it's funny because as much alike as we are and as we look, we don't really have that bond like she has with her mom. So we surprised her for her birthday with a trip to Louisville on her birthday. So yeah, we fucking flew out to Louisville, and I dropped the kids off to hang out with their mom all day while me and Leah went around, and I just went around and as much as I possibly could showed her where I'm from. We've been there once before when we picked the kids up, so she's seen around there a little bit, but on New Year's Day 2020, in Louisville, it was real rainy and cold and stormy, and you couldn't really get out and do anything. It was just real nasty and ugly. So this is the first time that I've actually got to really take her around and show her around where I'm from, you know. So we walked around downtown Louisville for a little bit, got a bite to eat. Then I took her across the bridge and showed her pretty much where I lived on the streets in Jeffersonville, you know, and showed her all my little spots I used to live in, the homeless hangout spots, and it looks like they cleaned those streets up. Looks like they did a pretty damn good job cleaning them fucking streets up. I didn't see any homeless. I guess, I mean, the last I looked, the homeless outreach program is still there. So I don't know if the homeless just moved to a different area or what, but they're in the downtown area in downtown Jeffersonville. There were no homeless. Like, if you caught the videos that I put on Instagram, I showed you the bridge I lived under, and I showed you the trash can we would dive in. And then right next to that gas station was a Hardee's. If you're from the West Coast, that's just Carl's Jr. with a different name. Everything's the same except for the name. It's basically just the East Coast version of Carl's Jr. And outside they had little seats where you could sit outdoors, you know, where you could go out there and eat if you wanted. And that was the homeless hangout spot. Always hanging out at those tables out there. They ripped all the tables up so nobody can sit outside anymore. And I just went through and I'm looking, and it's like that bridge, they completely redid the bridges, so there's nowhere to sleep under there. And the wooded area that I lived in, I even posted that too. If you follow me on Facebook, you probably saw where I posted where I lived in a tent, because I lived under the bridge for the first like 3-4 months, something like that. And then for the last couple of months I was on the streets, I lived in a tent in the woods. And I showed you that area. Well, they cut a bunch of those trees down, you know, so there's nowhere to go back there and hide a tent without being seen. They went through and they cleaned those streets up and made it to where you would have to get real creative if you wanted to live on those streets now. So that was pretty wild. That was wild. That was crazy. But anyway, that's what we did all weekend. And oh man, flew back in yesterday. We didn't get no sleep. We had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time, which California time, that was 1 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, by the time we got back here, it was 9:30 a.m. I crashed out, and she woke me up at like 5. Slept all day yesterday, and slept all night last night. And anyway, still getting my head on straight, drinking my orange cream ghost drink. Man, y'all got to try this one, dude. Fucking bomb. I love it. Anyway, though, Anyway, that's what I've been up to. Yeah. It was weird reliving all that, man. I ain't gonna lie. Ugh. Whew. That did reveal something to me, though. Going back and spending time there in southern Indiana, which I haven't done in 7 years. I haven't done it. I mean, like I said, New Year's Day 2020, we cruised around a little bit, but, you know, we didn't really spend time there. And actually spending time there, walking around and hanging out and whatnot, it revealed something to me that I still got some healing to do. I still got some healing to do. Yeah, that triggered, just looking around, triggered some nasty, don't like it. Very, 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 very dark times. Very dark. Those were very dark times in my life. And yeah, I guess that was good to know that just walking around, flashbacks, you know, PTSD, fucking flashbacks. I'm like, oh shit. Well, and like, it was so weird because like just being there started triggering this something in me that I don't even know how to explain it. Started triggering this demon in me that always made me go run straight to drugs and alcohol, you know? Like, it's this feeling of, I don't even know how to explain it. It's this weird feeling of no hope, no hope, no hope. It's the only way I can think to explain it. No hope for the future, nothing to look forward to, and just this panicking feeling of I need to get the fuck out of here. Like you're trapped, basically, you know? And it's weird because I started feeling that creep back up again. And that was always the energy that would make me just want to run and get drunk or get high to block that feeling out. And I started feeling that feeling creeping up again. And now, though, I was actually able to separate myself from it and think, wow, that's interesting. Because, I do a lot of thinking about, well, if I knew then what I know now, would I have done things differently? And then being back there in it and feeling that same energy creep back up again, I'm like, oh shit. I don't even really know how to put words to it, dude. I don't even really know how to put words to it, but it did, it awakened something in me that realized I still got some healing to do. Yep, I sure do. Anyway, though, I think it was needed. It was necessary. I needed to be shown that, But Leah started showing me a little world that I didn't even know existed in my own hometown. In downtown, well, pretty much that whole southern Indiana area. There's lots of really historic shit. And the downtown area of my hometown, New Albany, Indiana, is all old historic buildings. The downtown area. And my whole life growing up, you just don't go in those buildings. I don't know how to explain it. Like there's just never, ever, ever been any reason to ever go in or near those buildings because they're old and historic. And, you can see like there's an old, like 1940s movie theater down there that's still up. It's still up. It was called The Grand, and they've preserved it. And you can see that it was an old, like, 1940s fucking movie theater. And it's really fascinating. But, like, they've preserved all this old historic shit from 100, 150 years ago. But I just, never wanted to walk inside any of those buildings. Never thought there was anything in them. First thing Leah does is parks the car and then gets out and is like, hey, let's go walk around. I'm like, walk around for do what? Like, I just want to look around. I'm like, there's nothing to look at. And then she starts walking up to the buildings, peeping in the window. Let's go in here. And I'm like, in here? What do you mean? And there'd be a little shop in there, a little store. And I'm like, what the fuck? I posted about it on my Facebook, and a few people had told me, yeah, downtown has really started coming back up again over the past few years. When we were teenagers, it was all closed and locked down. There was nothing in those buildings. And I'm like, that, now I don't feel so weird, because I'm scratching my head like, has that always fucking been there? Turns out it hasn't. But if Leah wasn't there wanting to go explore, I never would have walked up to those buildings. Started going inside all these old buildings downtown. They got stores in there, shops, consignment stores, little rinky-dink stores, and all kinds of shit, all downtown. And I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know this was here. So it gave me a totally new perspective, new memories, that was cool. So anyway, though. Yeah, she is a little firecracker, though. For real. And that's good. I need that in my life. I need that in my life. My head's so fucking loud. It's so loud up in this head of mine, man. I'll just get lost in my head because it's so loud in here. For real, like, legitimately, my thoughts are so loud in my head that I won't hear. You could be standing right next to me talking to me and I won't even hear you. Because my thoughts are so loud. It's loud in my head, So it's real easy for me to just kind of get lost in my own head. And Leah's that little firecracker. Come on, let's go. Get up. Let's go do this. Come on, let's go. I'm like, okay. Need that energy in my life, man. But I'm going to have to force myself to get up here in a minute, though, because it's going to be time for me to go hit my morning routine. 3 to 5 mile run, ice cold shower. That's my new morning routine. My new morning routine, man. Anyway, though, what do y'all got planned this weekend? I don't know. I really don't make plans see, for me, it's weird because being self-employed, well, now that it's summertime, I guess this is changing a little bit, but normally, especially during the school year, being self-employed with kids, I don't look forward to the weekend. I look forward to the week. Like, it's so strange, because when I worked a day job, everybody hates Monday and they look forward to Friday. And for me, it's the opposite. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. But I don't really like the weekend as much. I look forward to Monday. Yeah, it's a new week. Starting a whole new week. Gonna start this week off heavy. Get a bunch of work done. I guess when you're the one in control of your own income, it makes a new week more fun than when you're not really in control of your own income and you just get paid a flat rate, hourly rate, But when how much you make depends on how much you do, then it makes a new week much more fun to look forward to. Because it's like, yes, this is a new week. I can start off hard. And if I start hard and I end hard, then I'll make more money, I don't know. It's a weird, different way to look at it. Took me forever to get used to it. Anyway, though. Gemini brain, yeah. Yeah, I guess air signs tend to suffer from that loud head. Because Leah was talking, she'll try to do a video sometimes and she'll be like, how do you just talk and keep talking? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't see how people like y'all just turn the camera on and you just talk. How do you know what to talk about? I'm like, well, I never really thought about that. It's like, You just assume, like you turn the camera on, you start talking, and then you just kind of let the perceived conversation go on in your head. And she's like, my brain doesn't work that way. I'm not talking in my head. I'm like, you don't have conversations in your head? She said, no. I said, well, what the hell goes on in your head all fucking day? She said, music. I have conversations in my head. I always have. And I didn't really think about it until she brought it up. That when I very first started like making serious videos, like important shit, I put video content on the internet pretty much my whole adult life. But whenever I really started putting serious content on the internet, that, like topics that I'm genuinely interested in, that's what I would do. I would just pretend that like there'd be a conversation I've been having in my head for months and months and months. I'd turn the camera on and I'd pretend that the camera is the person I'm trying to explain something to, And I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I think that's an air sign thing. I think it is. Yeah, I think we do pretty good at balancing each other. We square each other a lot too, which I think is one of the main things that helps us grow and evolve together. We got a professional astrology reading one time, and the astrologer said, "Oh shit, y'all got lots of squares," and apparently that's challenging. That means like if there's a lot of squares, that's challenging. And she said, as long as the two of you keep doing what you're doing, and we're both basically on an evolutionary path, we both have the same vision, like our values align. And the value is, I work on me, I work on myself. And as long as we continue to push each other to grow and evolve, then we're fucking unstoppable. So it's balance, balance and squaring too, which is what constantly growing, constantly evolving. Plus, we're both Virgo moons, though. Both got that Virgo moon going, and when it comes to work and business, we both know what to do. Both know what to do. The shit she does, man, all the shit, I don't even know what she has going on down there. I just turn the camera on, run my mouth, and she's the one, like my fucking tarot course, she put that whole thing together. She built all that. She built all of that. She just told me what to record. So I just set the camera up and pushed the record button. She's the one that like built it all and put it all together and edited it and all that shit. I'm like, God damn, man. And she's being trained. David's training her too on a lot of the things from inside the High Vibe studio. The High Vibe TV dashboard. She's been going in, and he'll get in there and show her the inner workings of how this stuff works, because we have access to all that in High Vibe TV as well. So she's able to get in there and play around with my little landing page and shit. Anyway, though. Anywho. What do you mean, find out your different signs? What does that mean? You talking about your chart? You go look it up. You gotta go look up your chart. Go to Google and type in my birth chart. You gotta put the day you were born, the location, the time, and all that. So, yeah, I think, I don't know, man. Everybody has, a different perspective on things. To me, sun and moon to me are the two heaviest influences that you have. Now, everybody thinks something different. They say, well, this means this, and that means that, and this, and that, and that, and this, and maybe it does. Your Mercury, and your rising, and your Venus. Of course, I don't really understand, and it irritates me a little bit, because I have Virgo moon and rising. So my moon and rising are both the same sign. So it's really hard to go inside and tap in and figure out, okay, I can feel this energy, I can feel that energy. And it's really easy to go inside whenever you're trying to pay attention to what's going on inside. It's real easy for me to say, oh, okay, I can feel that's Aquarius energy right there. And that's Virgo energy right there. But whenever I'm feeling Virgo energy, I'm like, okay, well, is that my moon or my rising? Which one is it? Or is it both of them mixed together? It's hard to figure out. Difficult to figure out. If I would have been like born a day later or earlier, I would have been a Leo moon. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? That'd be weird as hell. That would be weird. I couldn't imagine being an Aquarius with a Leo moon. Opposites, you know? I don't know. I'll probably, I wonder if I would be able to use that to my advantage better, though. I wonder. Because that Virgo energy, it has its drawbacks, but one of the side effects of having a really heavy Virgo influence, if you don't keep it in check, is being really, 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 really critical of yourself. Like, I'll be real critical on whether or not I did something good or if I did it right, you know, and this and that. Like a piece of video content on the internet. I don't give a damn if that video gets 100,000 views and everybody loves it. If I don't like the way I did it, or if I say, man, I wish I would have worded that a little bit differently, or I wish I would have said that a little bit differently. I don't know if I explained that point good enough. Like, I'll start critiquing the shit out of myself, and that's why I don't watch my own video content. I just don't. I put something on the internet very rarely, unless I'm going through to like cut clips out of it to make a reel or something like that. I don't watch my own video content. I don't. I quit doing that fucking years ago because I critique myself too much. And I'll drive myself nuts. I'll be like, fuck, I wish I would have said that differently. Man, I wish I would have said this instead. I should have worded it like that. I shouldn't have said that right there like that. I should have said it like this. You know, and I'll just critique the shit out of myself. And I don't like it. So, now maybe if I had a Leo moon, maybe, you know, if I had a Leo moon, I would be like, yes, me, maybe, you know? But yeah, no, very critical of myself. And the same thing goes with like music. With music, like back when I played guitar, oh my God. You pick up a guitar, you strum a chord. If one string is slightly out of tune, that is all I hear. All I hear. And I don't see how you can't. I've never understood how people can get up and go play a song. You know, like bands and shit. You see a band get up in front of a bar and they'll get up and they'll be strumming and they got that string out of tune. I'm like, motherfucker. Dude, how are you still playing with your fucking string out of tune like that? Tune that motherfucker, dude. God damn. So all I hear is that wah, 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 wah. Because that's the sound it makes. Whenever a string is out of tune, it goes wah, 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 wah. And I was always really, really, really picky and perfectionist about, you know, my instruments being in tune. And when I played in a band, I would make everybody fucking stop. Stop, 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 stop. I got to tune this fucking string. And then you see other people, though, they're just playing, dancing, having a good old time. Guitar sounded like shit. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, how the fuck, man? How are you even enjoying yourself? It doesn't even sound good. I don't know, man. Anyway, though. Anywho, after I get off of here, I'm going to... Well, I don't know. Leah wants to go to the gym. I might wait for her. We've been looking into getting a personal trainer, too. We don't know if we're going to move forward with that or not, though. We just want access to a private gym because it's crowded here. The gym that we go to, It's really hard to get anything done in there because it's so crowded and there's always people on the damn equipment, you know? So maybe we'll look into that this week. But she said she wanted to work out this morning, but she also said for me not to wake her up. She wants to sleep in because we didn't get much sleep for this Louisville trip. She got a little bit of a nap yesterday, but I got more sleep than she did. She probably only slept a couple hours. I slept like 5 or 6 hours. But anyway, no, we okay, so she found some personal trainer and we went and had an interview. And guess where it was? Self-made training facility. The same gym I was going to in Vegas with Coach Drew was a self-made training facility. And we ended up going back to the self-made training facility here in the Chino Valley. And I was like, man, this brings back good old memories of the Vegas days. I want to go here. But they're real picky about when the clients can come in and out and use the gym. So Leah's like, well, the whole purpose behind getting a personal trainer is to have access to a gym. So she's like, let me get back with you on that. You know, because we want to just be able to, you know, pay a personal trainer for 1 or 2 days a week. And then for the rest of the week, we go in and we do our own thing in a gym that's not all that crowded. Man, all I need, honestly, just give me a fucking bench and I'm good. Give me a bench. I don't need really a machine for pulling because I can just do rows or deadlifts if I want to, you know, get my back work in. But give me a bench so I can bench press, keep my chest and biceps in shape, and shit, I'm good. I'm good. I don't even really need a whole big old damn gym. My goal is that when we do buy a house, I want to have my own at-home gym. We're going to get a room, whether it's a part of the garage or just an extra room in the house. You're going to have a fucking gym in the house, damn it. You're going to have a gym in the house, dadgummit, dadgummit. But we got the Peloton treadmill downstairs now. We don't have no room for a bench here. Ain't got no room for it. We ain't got nowhere to put it. Like I said, we downsized moving to this house. We downsized. Our house in Vegas was 3,500 square feet, and this one's only 2,100. We downsized. So we still got like 30 fucking boxes in the garage stacked up. We ain't got no room for it. We ain't got no room for it. It's funny that we downsized and sized, but we went up in price. Isn't that a bitch? That's California for you. Yeah, I miss the Vegas house. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it'd be nice to. And I mean, there were plenty of houses that were 3,500 square feet. You know, this is just the first place that would let us in. And apparently it's not just us. I was thinking there was something wrong with us. I'm like, why is it so fucking hard to rent a fucking house? Turns out it's not just us. David went through the same thing. You know, because I was telling him the fucking headache that we went through trying to get a house here. And then they just moved too. And he was telling us pretty much the same story. You know, these damn leasing people, they blow your head up. Oh, come apply, come apply, come apply. Oh, we're going to move forward with you. Oh, we like your application. Come apply, come apply. We, you know, and just racking up application fees, you know. And then, oh, we rented to somebody else. And we just kept running through that. I'm like, why is it so fucking hard? I thought everybody was leaving California. What happened to that? What happened to that? It's all you hear about is how bad everybody hates it here and everybody's leaving. And I thought, well, shit, it'll be easy to find a house then. If everybody's fucking leaving and going everywhere else, it should be easy to find a house. That's one thing I've learned since I moved here. Don't believe the hype. I won't lie. I bought into it. I'll be the first to admit it. Just heard a bunch of rumors and I believed them. And I was a little bit nervous about moving here. I believed the hype. Can't believe the hype. so far, of all the nightmare horror stories that I've heard about California, 85 to 90% of it is just simply untrue from what I've seen so far living here. It's not bad. It's expensive. That's about it. That's about it. You better have an abundance mindset if you're going to come live in California. You better have a damn. And Dave is the one that told me that too. Because I was talking to him about it and I was like, damn, dude, like all this horrible shit I've heard about California, the majority of it isn't true. And he said, you know what it is? He said, you have to have an abundance mindset to live here. He said, most people have a lack mindset. So if you have a lack mindset and you don't know how to manifest and attract abundance and be abundant, this is the last place you want to come live. It's going to swallow you up and eat you alive. You know, and I was like, that makes sense. He said, most people who are moving here aren't really at your level of just that abundance mindset of being abundant and not thinking in terms of lack and, oh, that's too expensive. I can't afford that. How am I going to pay for this? And how am I going to pay for that? And I don't think like that. And, well, not anymore. I used to, you know, but years of retraining my brain to think differently. And I just don't look at it like that anymore. I don't worry about paying 10 cents for a fucking bag at the grocery store. You'll see people, because that's a California thing here. You go to the grocery store, in order to use bags, you got to pay 10 cents per bag. You'll see people walking out of the grocery store with all their shit in a cart, nothing in bags. Nothing in bags, because they don't want to pay 10 cents for a bag. I'm looking at their shit, I'm like, worst case scenario, you might need 5 bags. You can't pay 50 cents for the bags? Or $1 for 10 bags? That is the epitome of the lack mindset. And it's just, it's a way of thinking that, it's just that way of that lack, I don't even know how to put words to it, man. And you get people whose brains are wired that way. You just can't tell them. They will fight. They will fight you to defend their lack mindset. Oh, they will fight you. And it's like, okay, you want to manifest lack? You keep manifesting lack. That's fine. That's fine. My problem is I don't want to hear you bitching about it. That's my issue with it. You want to manifest lack? You have fun with that. You go manifest all the shitty, horrible, terrible experiences you want. You go right ahead. I just don't want to hear you bitching and complaining about it. Because I'm trying to give you the solution. I've got the solution. I can break it down to a science and explain that if you really don't want to be there in life, you don't have to be. You don't. Like, literally, it's your choice. If you want to do the work up here to rearrange the way your brain works, you can get out of that. But if you're making the free will choice, you, like, it's just a few clicks of some buttons away. You have the solution. You have all the tools. In today's day and age that we're in, you have all the access to any fucking information that you want. So it's right there. The solution to your problem is right there in your pocket. It's right there. So knowing that, and you're still going to sit around and bitch about being poor, being broke, living in lack, when the solution is like right there in your pocket, all you got to do is do some research and get to work. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That's my thing about it. Just don't be bitching then. You want to manifest lack? Go ahead. I don't want to hear you complaining about it, though, when you got the solution right in front of your face. People be like that, though, man. They just love to hear themselves bitch. They're addicted to complaining. You ever met somebody like that? They're just addicted. It's like it gives them a dopamine rush to bitch and complain and bitch and complain. It makes them, it gives them a surge of happy chemicals to hear themselves bitch. Oh man, by the time the split off is done, I feel sorry for where they're going. But if that's what their higher self wanted to come here and experience, then it is what it is. Anyway, I'm just babbling. I'm just rambling. I'll probably get off here in about 5 minutes. Damn, that 45 minutes done flew the fuck by, boy. Damn. Anyway, though, yes, we're well. Yes, we're well. Very well. Very, very well. Got to get rested up, though. I'm still a little bit jet lagged. A little bit. It's a 3-hour time difference. So it was weird. We left out of here at 1 p.m. and showed up in Louisville at 11 p.m. Think about how weird that is. Leave here. We're on the plane for just a few hours. It's 11 p.m. when we show up there. And then we leave Louisville at 6 a.m. We're on the plane for a total of like 5 or 6 hours. We show up here, it's 9 a.m. Need some sleep. I slept all day yesterday and all night last night, and I'm still jet lagging. Oh, look. I got to talk about this before I get off. I put a video about this on Facebook. The gummies that I bought. Oh, my God. Check this shit out. Fucking, remember how I told you Leah was taking me inside all these little shops and shit? Well, there was this one shop that I did know. I knew that was a shop. That's been there my whole life. I've just never walked inside. And she says, ooh, let's go in here. I'm like, I've never been in there before. So we went in. It's a little rinky-dink bullshit store. Little stickers and T-shirts and hats and whatever. Well, they had these little packs of gummies. There's like 2 gummies. And it looked like a weed gummy. And I said, oh, cool, you got weed gummies here? I don't know if weed's legal over there yet or not. I'm not sure. And he goes, no, it's not like real weed. It's just mainly for pain management. And I thought, oh, well, shit, I'll try it. It's like $5 for 2 little gummies. And I bought them, stuck them in my pocket, forgot about it. Didn't even think about it until we get to the hotel that night. And oh yeah, I got these little gummies, a little 2-pack of gummies, 2 little fucking gummies, dude. I pop these 2 fucking gummies. Oh my Jesus Christ. I thought I was going to die. No, it wasn't CBD. It was called THCO. This shit blew my fucking head into oblivion. Scared me. Dude, I was horrified. I was mortified. Oh my fucking Christ. It reminded me of that spice shit. You remember that? I had forgotten that back in 2015 when I was 2016 when I was there last, that was the epidemic on the streets, was that spice shit. Everybody was so addicted to that fucking bullshit spice shit. And I tried it a couple times, I won't lie. Take a couple of hits of this, it will blow your fucking dome into oblivion for like 15 or 20 minutes and then it goes away. Well, that's a lot. This felt a lot like that. Only it was stronger. And it lit my fucking head on fire for like 5 straight hours. Like it was stronger than spice. I was freaking out. Jumped in a fucking cold shower. 2 gummies. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot fucking believe that you can just walk into a store and buy something like that. Leave it to fucking Southern Indiana. The goddamn butt crack of fucking America. For you to just be able to walk into a store and just buy a couple of gummies that could probably kill you. It'd probably fucking kill you. That's how bad it was. It was horrible. It was horrendous. I seriously thought I was going to die. I seriously thought, oh, fuck that. Oh, fuck that. And I got to researching it, and it was some synthetic man-made chemical that really mimics, really feels like you're high on weed, only times 1,000. If you could imagine smoking a whole pound of weed, and that doesn't even come anywhere near it. Like, I've smoked a lot of weed in my life. Back when I was a teenager, I was a big fucking pothead. I've smoked it all. You name it. This was so above and beyond. There's no way to explain it, dude. There's no words. No words. But it felt very unnatural at the same time. Felt like I was being poisoned. Seriously felt like I was being poisoned. And I think I was. Anyway, though, just be fucking careful. If you happen to live over there, somewhere near the general vicinity of America's fucking ass crack, that shithole fucking southern Indiana, that whole fucking area of the map, dude, it's just a shithole. Fucking Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan. Fucking garbage truck. Hang on a second. Gotta make fucking noise. Alright. Anyway. Be careful is all I'm saying. If you live anywhere in or around that vicinity, that whole area, you know, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Ohio, to me, that's America's ass crack. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. If you live in or around America's ass crack anywhere, yeah, just be careful walking in the stores. Be careful sending your kids in the stores. This is why fucking kids are fucking dropping dead left and right. You just walk into a goddamn store and buy something that could fucking kill you. For real. And the kids, man, I probably would have died. If I was a teenager in today's day and age, I probably would have died. The way I was back in the day, crazy as I was, I was so nuts, man. I'd be stealing them fucking cough pills and eating the shit out of them back when I was 16. If they had that shit on the shelves back then that they have now, all the fucking drugs and shit you can go buy in the store, I wouldn't have made it. I think that's the reason why they're allowing it to happen. They want to depopulate the fucking planet. Oh, yes, they do. And they will use any means necessary to make that happen. So just be careful. Be careful what you're picking up at the stores and what your kids are picking up at the stores. Just be careful. Anyway, though, on that note, it's time for me to go ahead and get on out of here, y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in and listening to me blab once again. I'll see you at some point later on my main channel. You guys enjoy the rest of your